In 1850 America, your body was already exhausted from the daily grind. And when it finally broke, the system had nothing to save you. In old America, sickness didn't just hurt. It killed. It started small, a familiar fear, a simple cut on your hand that wouldn't stop throbbing and swelling, a persistent cough that rattled your chest deeper each day, a sudden, mysterious fever that left you weak and delirious. You knew something was terribly wrong, but you had no idea what it was or why it was happening. So you called for the doctor, hoping for a cure. You had no way of knowing the real danger was just about to walk through your door. This was a time before germ theory. Doctors would go from performing an autopsy directly to delivering a baby without ever washing their hands. They carried unseen death from patient to patient, spreading infection wherever they went. The very person you trusted to save you could be the one who sealed your fate. Their treatments were born from desperation and ignorance. They'd drain your blood to balance your humors, leaving you weaker than before. They'd give you mercury pills, a poison called calomel, to purge your system violently. Leeches would be applied to draw out the bad blood. These weren't cures, they were ordeals. Terrifying because no one understood they were making things worse. And if you needed surgery, that was the ultimate panic. Anesthesia was unreliable, often just a shot of whiskey or a bite on a leather strap. The surgeon's greatest skill wasn't precision, it was speed. You'd hear the chilling sound of the saw against bone, your own muffled screams lost in a room where men counted the seconds out loud. And if you survived the table, the real battle began. With no understanding of sterilization, post-operative infection was almost a guarantee. So who suffered the most in this brutal world? The most vulnerable. Children, their small bodies, unable to fight off fevers. Women in childbirth, struck down by infections doctors unknowingly gave them. Workers, whose injuries on the job became death sentences. The urban poor, crowded into unsanitary conditions where disease ran rampant. For them, getting sick meant entering a cruel, inescapable cycle. If you were too ill to work, your family went hungry. Hunger weakened your body, making the illness even worse. There was no safety net, no way out. Today, we call these deaths preventable. We have antibiotics, sterile surgery, and an understanding of disease. But back then, this was just normal. This was the fear written into the very bones of the nation. This is the real old America.